Hello and welcome to Journey to Lasting Love, the podcast. I am your host, Tina Shayani, and the head coach at TShay Coaching. If you are looking to attract a loving partner to build a relationship with that gets better with time, if you are looking to deepen your current relationship, or you just want to live a happier life, you are in the right place. Every week we will discuss a new topic that will bring you understanding, clarity, and the tools to become the best version of yourself, the happiest version of yourself. Welcome to Journey to Lasting Love. I am your host, Tina Shayani, the head coach at TShay Coaching, where we help people build and attract and build lasting, loving relationships. If you know someone that would benefit from this content, please invite them to either join the Facebook group or to follow me on Instagram with the same name, Journey to Lasting Love. In one other housekeeping item, I do offer one-to-one coaching, very customized, very selective, very few spots. So if you are someone who is ready to fast track your life and get going fast to living the life of your dreams, send me a DM and let's see what we can do if this is a good fit. Let's jump right into this week's topic, which I really just decided on maybe 20 minutes ago because it was just kind of an inspiration that came to me. The idea of a soulmate. People are always talking about a soulmate, this idea that there is this one and only magical person that is meant for me. And I want to say to you, nonsense. What is it that we're talking about? What happens when you are looking for something to come into your experience from the outside? What are we doing there? Is that we are giving away our power. Then we are no longer responsible for attracting and building our own relationship. We give away our power to some mystical force out there that is supposed to send me this soulmate. And once I meet this soulmate, all of my problems will disappear and everything will be sunshine and roses and I will never have a problem again as long as I live. Now, does this sound like a possibility to you? This sounds like a lot of nonsense that we use to cover up our own insecurities and to deflect responsibility from ourselves to somebody else, to a force outside of ourselves. So I want to say to you, is there such a thing as a soulmate? Maybe. Is there such a thing as luck? A little bit. But the truth of the matter is that we create our own luck. We are so much more powerful than we imagine ourselves to be. We create our own luck. What is a lucky person? A lucky person is a person who recognizes opportunities. The world around us is littered with opportunities. There are so many opportunities around us, but because we are so focused and we have blinders on, we are so focused on our own thoughts and we get so caught up in our own heads that we don't even see the opportunities that are before us. So what is the difference between a lucky person and an unlucky person? The lucky person recognizes the opportunities, sees them, whereas the unlucky person is so caught up in being unlucky and they're like, oh, nothing ever works out for me. Maybe love just isn't meant for me. And all of this total nonsense. And what happens when the opportunity does come their way, they won't even see it. The other piece of the puzzle is our thoughts about life are so powerful. Brain is an unbelievably powerful machine that we have so little understanding of. We understand so little about the power of the human brain. This machine that we hold in our heads and in our hearts is so unbelievably powerful. And it has, and we have, with our beautiful minds, the opportunity to control and be the co-author of our own destiny. And you want to know something that may really mess with your head? We are already doing that. We are already the creators of our own destiny. But most of us are not doing it on purpose. We are doing it on default. The life that you have today is your own creation. We are co-creators with the universe. And how have we created this life? With our thoughts, with our words. Words are so powerful, and with our own emotions. So if we want our life to be different, that's where we need to create the change. Instead of sitting at home and saying, I'm waiting for my soulmate, we need to be actively engaged with the world. We have to know what it is that we want from life, what it is that we want from a relationship. I just want someone to love. This is so vague. The more specific that we are about what it is that we're looking for, the easier it will be to recognize the right relationship, the right person, our soulmates, when they cross our path. But when we are vague and we don't really know what we want, we end up wasting our time and our precious energy in relationships that are clearly not for us. And the other piece of the puzzle is so many people are so afraid to let go of what they have right now that they miss the opportunity for something better. We still often stay in relationships that are not for us, that are not meant for us. And we all know it. You can feel it, but are you willing to admit it, even to yourself? So I ask this question a lot of people that I meet, and sometimes I get in trouble for it, but I say, oh, great, you're dating someone, you've been together for 2.5 years, you've been together, blah, blah, blah. Is this the one? And so very often the answer I get is, I don't know. And guess what? You do know. And I don't know is a response. It is an answer. After 2 years, 2.5 years, 1 year, if you don't know, then the answer is no. And I'm not saying that you can't make this relationship work out to be the one. So the next question is, well, what would it take for that I don't know to become a yes? And then the question is that possible? Is it possible for that shift in the context of the relationship that you're in? And that is how we move from an I don't know to a definitive answer. And it's so important. It's so important to know and to stop wasting our precious time. The other thing I hear is, oh, but I'm so young. You know what? We live only once. And today you are young, but we're getting older. And the time to live your life, your very best life, and become the very best version of yourself is not sometime off into the future, but right now. This is the moment that you have the power. And this is the moment that you want to nurture and make it the very best moment of your life. Tomorrow is a different moment, but right now we are here, and this is the place that we can take action. This is the place that we can make our lives better. And every moment that you delay puts you further back. So the time to act is right now. Now is the time to start creating your own luck, changing your own thought patterns, changing the words that come out of your mouth, and to feel good. All of these things that we do in order to feel good. That is the ultimate goal of all the interior work that we do. And the truth is, that's even the ultimate goal of having a relationship. Why do we want to be in a relationship? Because we believe that that relationship is going to make us happier, that relationship is going to make us feel good. Yes, a relationship can make us feel good, but it has to be the right relationship. So often we get caught in the idea of being with someone, and people are willing to put up with just about anything and really painful things in order to not be alone. So my invitation to you is to don't choose someone so that you're not alone. Choose that someone because you have already become the very best person, the very best version of yourself. And now you want to bring someone else into your relationship to make you even better, to add to you. And isn't that a beautiful thing? So a soulmate, what is the definition of a soulmate? It's not this woo-woo thing that falls out of the sky and into our laps that we have no control over. Just like luck, our soulmate is something that we can make ourselves aware of. We become aware of a person that we feel good around, a person that is in line with our values, a person that we see the opportunity to build a future with, a person that will fit into our future goals and the lives that we envision for ourselves. But here's the kicker. You have to know what that is. You have to know what it is that you are looking for in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years. And does this person have a similar goal? Does this person feel good to be around? And if you have those components, the positive feelings, the similar values and life goals, this is a potential soulmate. And what happens when you have these criteria, then you can begin to build a relationship with this person. And I have some other news for you that may be shocking. We are always changing. You are always changing. I'm always changing. And so is the person that you are building a relationship with. So the person you are with today is going to be a different person a year from now. And you are also going to be different. So this relationship is going to evolve, and we have to be aware enough and have the tools so that we make sure that the relationship that these two people that have joined together are going to grow together. And that relationship, some people call it work, I call it attention. That relationship needs your attention, not just at the very beginning in the romantic phase when we go, woohoo, I found my soulmate, but every single day that we are breathing on this earth, that relationship is going to need your attention and your loving attention so that you can guard it as the most precious thing in your universe, because it is. That relationship, the person that we choose to spend our time with, affects everything. So this relationship can lead to heaven on earth, or it can lead to hell on earth. And it is not something, or it actually shouldn't be something that just happens to us, but something that we create. We have the power to make that relationship the very best, the very relationship that we can have. Not because it fell in our lap, not because it has some sparkly magic sauce that makes it perfect, not because this person is perfect or perfect for us or all the other stupid things that we hear out in the world, but because we pay attention and we make sure to lead that relationship and ourselves in the right direction. And it takes thought and it takes discipline. anything that we can bring a certain level of discipline to, in order to be successful in life, we have to have a goal and we have to be disciplined towards that goal. If I want to have six-pack abs, let's say, in order to achieve that, it is possible, but I'm going to need discipline. There's going to be certain things that I do regularly, every single day, and possibly for the rest of my life in order to achieve that goal. I can't lay on the couch, eat donuts, and dream about having a six-pack. The same way a six-pack abs, or not six packs of beer. The same applies for a relationship. We can't get into a relationship with someone and act poorly, not pay attention, not be respectful, and expect to have a great relationship. Our soulmate is created through nurture. It is created through commitment. Once you have identified the person that is going to be your person, your soulmate, it doesn't mean that every day you're going to be jumping up and down for joy and wanting to kiss their feet. Sometimes that soulmate is going to make you crazy. That soulmate is going to be the most annoying person in your life. And why is that? Because we spend so much time together. And as much as we are social animals as human beings, and we need other people in order to be happy, we also are different than other people, and we are different than all other people. Think about it. Even your siblings who are genetically the closest to you, you were brought up the same by the same parents. There is no one on earth that is going to be more similar to you than your siblings. This person is going to annoy you. That is just the nature of being a human being. And it's so important to recognize that and to accept that and to expect that and to be okay. And just because someone annoys you doesn't mean that you don't love them. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the game of being a human being. And when we know this, going forward, we are far less likely to be disappointed. Are we going to be disappointed in life? Of course. Nothing is ever perfect, and it never ever will be. And I have some news for you. If it was perfect, we wouldn't be happy. The whole beauty of life is the opportunity to create something, the opportunity to create the soulmate for yourself instead of just expecting it to happen to you. When we can embrace the opportunity and the power to have not total control, because we are co-creating with the universe, to have our thoughts and our emotions and our words make our lives better and calling in goodness into our lives. And this is how you create your own luck. This is how you create your soulmate. Luck and soulmates and all good things are not things that just magically happen. There is no fairy standing over you with magic dust. You have the power to create your own love, your own happiness, and your own misery. The choice is up to you. What is it that you are creating in your life? How are you behaving towards other people? Now, these are all questions that are sometimes difficult to ask. When I ask, is this your person? And you say, I don't know. Where do you want to be in 5 years? And I hear, I don't know. These are all very normal things that happen all the time. But that's why a coaching relationship is such a beautiful relationship, that these are things that we delve into, and little by little, we clear away the surface and we learn what it is, what the answer is to those questions. We learn to see what is behind the I don't know. And so often it's surprising when we hear it. I was working with a client actually just yesterday, and we're talking and we're talking, and we are about 40 minutes into the session. So we're nearing the end of our session, and it was an okay session. We made some progress, but nothing earth-shattering. And then all of a sudden, in the last 5 minutes of the conversation, I asked her one question, and boom, all of a sudden, we hit the nail on the head and we came to the answer that we've kind of been dancing around for weeks. And this is all she needed to know to take her life to the next level, to answer the question, the important question, and get a real answer instead of the I don't know. And not only did we answer the question, but we found what was behind so many of her life experiences. We discovered a pattern. We discovered a pattern that has been in her life for the last 30 years, something that has been a guiding principle. And all of a sudden, when we discovered it, we were able to see that she doesn't need to do that anymore. And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen moving forward with this new information. Because the other amazing part of it is that you don't really need to do anything. Once you have that aha moment and you see what you needed to see, then you can move forward. And that's all it takes, is to bring your awareness to it. So I hope that this is helpful to you. I hope that this conversation makes you feel good, because it always makes me feel good. Usually when I get off the phone with my clients or I get off Zoom, I feel so good. I feel energized. So I hope that you feel that way too. So if you have questions, let me know. If you have comments, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, guys. Thank you for joining today's episode of Journey to Lasting Love. If you felt a connection with what we shared here today, visit TShayCoaching.com for resources, blogs, and coaching options custom designed to take you from where you are to the place you dream of being. Join our Facebook group to connect with others or find inspiration on YouTube and Instagram. If you're ready for a personalized touch, you can book a call with me directly on the website to see what this is all about. Until next time, be kind to yourself and keep moving forward on your path to lasting love.